say at least. I don't think that there was a family out there that never had Hamburger Helper. And if you haven't, I would be very interested to know that you haven't, so please leave me a comment. We're just diving in. Like and subscribe. Very nice. So, excuse me. I ended up doing a photo shoot on Saturday night. It was for a Valentine event, and they had hired a pretty well-known and famous saxophone artist in South Carolina, but they came down to Georgia. And they also hired a comedian. I'll probably end up showing some pictures from the event. I got the camera a little bit farther away this time. I'm still using my photography lens. I just didn't take it off, so. But it went really well. They only asked me to stay for about an hour or an hour and a half, and I tried to stay as long as possible. I stayed a little bit longer than that. Towards the end, they had this karaoke. The host had asked if there was anybody brave enough in the room to come up on stage and sing karaoke songs. So naturally, me being the person that I am, I was already in a great mood. I was in the back waiting to go to the restroom, and so I raised my hand. And of course, he pointed me out. He was like, "Oh, Matt." He's like, "We got a volunteer?" And then I was like, nah, like just playing. But then I ended up going to the restroom. And while I was in there, just in my head, I was thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna embrace the moment. I'm gonna enjoy it. And anyway, when I got back out there, well, for the event, for the karaoke at least, they wanted one couple and they wanted one single person. So I volunteered as a single. And so they were singing an Al Green song. And there's a song that I sing. I personally think like I sing it great. But it's called Usher Superstar. And yeah, I just went up there. The whole thing was you could pick whatever song you wanted. The DJ was going to look up the instrumental or the song if you wanted. Just have it as background vocals, and you were to sing karaoke to it. So naturally, I went up there. I picked Superstar. And so the song starts, right? Hold on. And if you guys don't know, that song, in the beginning of it, he goes, "This is for you, my number one." So, the host and hostess, people that I had the other event with, they hired me for this one as well. So, we've all gotten like pretty friendly, and you know, we're cool with each other. So, I was up on stage, and of course I had the microphone, and I was like, I pointed at them, I said, "This is for you, my number one." And so everybody started cheering, and then eventually they started singing the lyrics with me. It was just, it was a crazy experience, and I'm glad that I'm starting to be more extrovert instead of introvert. You're living life, you know, you're able to have those experiences. But the saxophonist, if you want to look him up, his name is Stephen Galloway. He resides in South Carolina. I'm sure he has a Facebook page. But if you like saxophone or jazz music, and me personally, if you don't know by now, I love all music types. But it's just something about a sax, man. It can make a song. Saxophone is such a great instrument. So is a piano, violin, guitar, all of them. If you guys listen to music and you have a certain instrument that if you hear, like you feel it, let me know. Trying to see if you can see the smoke coming off, or steam rather. I forgot my water again. Shout out to forgetting my water. I have like a quarter cup of cold coffee next to me. That's ridiculous. Oh, I did end up getting, these are my controllers on it, but I got my brother's Nintendo, I can't speak, Nintendo Switch, OLED, OLED, oh my gosh, OLED, whatever you want to say. So I definitely plan on making videos for that. Also recording some gameplays. Maybe if I go live, I could play on that because it won't be so graphically demanding on my computer. So it'll be a little bit easier to play on the Switch than a PC game. So yeah, could be fun. I honestly still haven't even made a DS game. And I know I told some of you, or maybe you heard, I was having issues with the camera angle. Because on one boom arm, I have this microphone. And then on the other one, I have my camera. So, I don't know if maybe I should just take off the Yeti microphone, put it on the stand that it came with, and then maybe use this boom arm for a different camera angle. I kind of wanted to go for like an over-the-shoulder shot. Like you kind of see this part of me, but you see the actual game. Like, I don't know. Bear with me. This is I can't speak today for some reason. This is a rather big bowl. I know it doesn't show up on camera. I guess I could kind of do a tattoo reveal while I'm eating. So on my hand, oh, no, you know what? I'm gonna do that as a separate real video. I don't want to rush it. Scratch that. I'm sorry. I know, such a tease. Okay. So I will say though, that on this arm, I have the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, but this is a whole Batman sleeve, except for my hand, which says music is salvation. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave the rest. I'm sorry, guys. I'm thinking about this stuff as I'm making this video in real time, so. I still have to get something on this hand. Oh, this one's covered. So it looks kind of... I was thinking about getting my family's crest. On my nanny, my grandmother, on her side of the family, well actually rather my pap, my grandfather's side of the family, their last name is McCreary, and I guess in the old country or whatever in Europe, dating back to ancestors, everybody had a crest. So this one in particular was, it was like a knight's hand, like his glove, and he was holding like a dragon's head or something that was spitting fire. It looked insane. I don't know. I was thinking about getting that maybe with the McCreary name, because if I wouldn't have taken my biological father's last name, I would have had McCreary as my last name. And they always joked, because my first name's Matt, that it would have been like Eminem. But my grandfather, back when he was in Vietnam, I guess his nickname was Big Mac, or just Mac for McCreary. So I remember he told me a story one time, and please don't butcher me over misusing military vernacular, because I was only in ROTC for 4 years. I would have went into the military, but I was stupid and reckless at the time, so I missed that opportunity. But anyway, it was like him and a squadron or battalion or whatever, platoon. They were out, ended up getting engaged in enemy gunfire. One of his friends got shot in the leg, so they had went back and I guess sought cover in the bushes. And one of the other friends packed it full of marijuana until they ended up getting to medical. But I guess apparently when they arrived there, the doctor said that the guy was just so high out of his mind. Like, he was laughing the entire time. Asked when he got shot. But imagine you're at war, you get shot, and instead of having gauze, antiseptic, some type of sterilization, you pack that sucker full of a plant. And not just any plant. The one. For those of you who don't know, I am pro marijuana. Smoking. I'm sorry if that offends a few people, but it is what it is. Certain things you can't change in life. That being the undeniable truth that that plant was made by God for medicinal healing purposes. Whether that's mental, whatever, I don't know. It takes you on a spiritual journey. Granted, it's not for everybody. I'm not saying everybody go out and get high, smoke, whatever. But for some people, it's an escape. It's used as an enhancer, whether you're working out or doing art, painting, writing, making music, sometimes it helps you focus when you're not able to. Sometimes it helps your mind just STFU so that you can go to sleep. And your thoughts don't have thoughts. And for me personally, that's what it does. It helps relax me. Now, that being said, I would not ever put myself in a position where I had to have it. For instance, I wouldn't depend on having to have that certain thing in order to alleviate me from something. I know that I may look to it to help me with something, but let's say I'm out and I don't have any more. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I need some more of that, please. Can you get me any? Like, I'm fiending. We're all good. I just relax and I have a different route of dealing with stuff. Mother Green, Mother Earth. So much food is still left. Oh my god. My gosh. 15 minutes. Not too bad, huh, guys? I feel like we've been talking about a lot on this one. I really do want to play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch. I was sucked in with Breath of the Wild when it first came out, back when I had the original Switch, but I don't know. I feared that the mechanics that they introduced in the new one was just like a new gimmick, and I didn't want it to be like the primary focus of combat or like puzzle solving, which I know it's going to be because it's a new introduced mechanic, but I guess it just was wishful thinking. I do plan on purchasing not only backdrops and stuff for photography, but an actual green screen. Maybe I could place in the back behind me. Sometimes I have the camera at different angles, so you can't really get a great background. I got the Dragon Ball Z poster behind me, but the rest is like my closet and my fan, so I don't know if it feels comforting to me, or to you rather. I'll keep it, but I think it could be fun having a green screen. Maybe I'll try some roleplay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think I'm gonna put the rest of this in some aluminum foil. Have it for lunch tomorrow. What do you guys think? Do I just soldier it and drink this? Is coffee mixed with mac and cheese a good idea? I don't know. Mama didn't raise no boo. Well, I can tell you right now, the taste is not great. Alright. Anyway, guys, I do appreciate you watching. I know that I always say that, but I have to say it every time because it's genuine. It's just like when you come through the door, I'm going to give you a hug. I'm going to greet you, you know, like a friend. So, thank you very much for watching. I will catch you on the next one, and I'm thinking about maybe trying to do a live stream soon. I probably would have already did the live stream when this comes out, so maybe ignore this. I'll just leave now. I love you guys. Take care.